Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody.
Everybody, clap your hands. Can I get a whoop whoop? Ooh, ooh. Ain't nobody in there yet.
No, not yet.
I'm about to say, how about taking it off? Oh, glory. What's that? Little red, white, and blue.
She's gonna drive me crazy.
You better hope she don't have a steak for it. Lagatha,
Knock it off.
stop licking the desk.
Smoking reptile. Holy
There
cow.
is a name that we have not seen in a
What's up?
long time. How are you doing, old friend?
What was his name? Wasn't it like Bobby?
I don't remember.
His name was Bobby. I think. Am I right?
I don't think you probably should be saying it online.
No, I think he used to. Like, I don't think we knew.
You know who hasn't been around in a while?
Who?
John.
Oh yeah. That was his alternate. Who was
He was somebody
Was it
else
Keith?
too, but I don't know.
Kiki Gardens?
I don't think it was Kiki Gardens.
I think it might have been. I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey Henry, what's up?
What's going on, Henry? Hensta, the Heninator.
You're a weirdo.
What a week this past week, huh? Wow.
Yeah, we didn't go live last Monday because we were going live Tuesday. And so we haven't had a chance to catch up with everybody just yet.
Give everybody a few more minutes and then we'll kind of kick it off. But I think it's time for you to cut my hair again.
I thought that this morning when I was looking this morning. I was like,
Old smoking reptile.
been busy.
Man. Your name just brings back memories. Memories.
Mm-hmm.
Good memories.
Yep.
Good old days.
Back to the good old days.
Yeah. Man, I hope that you've been doing well, my friend.
Glad to see you guys.
And we're glad to see you too.
Nuh-uh.
No, ma'am. He just being ornery. Thought she gave him that steak bone. Didn't she give him that steak bone?
She said so.
Maybe the way he finished that big thing already.
Woodworking.
Woodworking. Working the wood. What you been making? Let me know when we've been kind of 5 minutes. So, give everybody time to come in, get the notification. We run a little tardy. We had to finish dinner.
Finish our dinner.
We celebrated Veterans Day with a steak dinner, steak, mashed potatoes, and peas.
That was so good.
Yeah. So very good.
I'm assuming he's barking because
She's out there getting ready to milk.
this is milking.
Yeah. So, did you see, did I show you or share with you the clip? It's supposed to be the overall evidence that Bigfoot exists while we're waiting on people. It's a pretty good video. Now, it could be a guy in a Bigfoot costume.
Hey, do me a favor before you leave.
Did you give him that bone?
Not yet. I was gonna give it to him when I go back.
That's why he's fussing then.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know.
No, but he knows you're fixing to come out. Can you grab me that dishwasher thingy?
It's wet.
Hmm?
It's wet.
We'll squeeze it out.
And woodworking of...
And animals in cutting boards.
And furniture.
Oven animals in green cutting boards. I don't know what he's trying to say. Guess we'll find out.
You gotta make a tortoise one.
A tortoise one? Okay. It's wet, but
It's fun.
I look really frumpy today. I don't
We
think
kind of had a frumpy day.
I don't think I ever got out of my pajamas. I think this is what I wore to bed last night.
It's kind of a frumpy day around here.
Yeah, it's been a little rough today.
What does it say? Oven animals.
Yeah, oven animals. Stop.
Everybody just saw your soul
I
come
hate
out.
when she does that. It
Come
does
out.
make me jump. She does it all the time to me. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. End grain?
And grain.
No, end grain. I want to know what an oven animal is. Do you?
I was
Don't
going
you?
to Google it after the show because I don't know what it is either.
Because I'm assuming he's saying oven animals, end grain cutting boards, and some furniture.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Hey, Niana. I jumped also headphones. I bet. When she gets to barking, it is so loud. It's
It
a
is
stick to pull your rack in and out of the oven. Oh.
Oh, okay.
That was funny. Do it again. No. It's a stick to pull your rack in and out of the oven. I do them as a squirrel, rabbit, and a bear.
Oh,
would be
that's
so
cool.
That is
That's
awesome.
cool.
Hey, send us the information where our email. Send it to Big Bear at bigbearhomestead.com. Send us the information. I'm assuming you're selling those. So send us the information on those and maybe like a picture so we can check them out.
Is that
Christmas is coming. So.
right? Is that Dennis?
It says Dennis Philo.
Hello, Dennis. Okay, well, we've been in here about...
Sam Gloves. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Sam. Been in here about 8 minutes, and if you missed, do you have any disposable?
Just leave it be.
If you missed the live stream on Tuesday, we announced the passing of Sherry from Two Family Homestead. That was a very big loss to the homesteading community. Her and Daryl were always, well, I say always, I mean up until her health started going south, they were always at different gatherings, conventions, conferences, and most of the time, except for one conference, after the first one, they were not allowed to stream live there anymore. And but I don't know of that one. It's like a whole new crowd. Is it that one? A lot of the old timers don't go there because of the way that they were treated also. But it's hard when you lose a member of your community, a member of your family. And in the Big Bear Nation, we posted the link to Sherry's obituary. And I was talking with Daryl the other day, checking in on him after Tuesday. I gave him a couple of days because he was very emotional on Tuesday, which is to be expected. Mm-hmm. Just to check on him, see how he was doing, and we had a great conversation.
But you could tell towards the end of the conversation, he was becoming aware that he was by himself, and he said that's when it gets the hardest.
Well, it's hitting him. Let me say this: it's hitting him like a Mack truck right now.
Big ear. That's funny.
Because, you figure since what was it, 2021, 2022?
Yes, they came in 2021 to come see us, and that was when it was really.
Yeah, I think she really started getting sick in 2020 because she was sick for 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. And so since that time, he's been working his job and taking care of her.
Mm-hmm. And
and so his life's been very busy. Mm-hmm. And of course, he's had he had some personal health issues as well. I mean, we're getting up there in age, and they're older than us. Mm-hmm. And so now his house is quiet. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things that, we were talking about was, one, about it being that quiet, but two, Daryl knows that the homesteading community loves Sherry and loves him, but he also recognizes, one, that we have homesteads, and two, this ain't the world's best economy going on right now, and it's going to be rough for people to be able to stop what they're doing and go to Ohio to go to the funeral. To him, he said, and of course they're asking for donations because he said it was going to be like $15,000.
I think the tribute thing said 12, but I think he said it was close to. It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be like 15 grand to bury her.
What a lot of people don't realize is Sherry was Jewish, and so there are a lot of different things that kind of come into play that are different than just a regular burial. So like her coffin had to be kosher. I was listening to him talk. I didn't really do a whole lot of research on this, but like it had to be wood, like no metal, like there's a whole bunch of different traditions and things like that. And he felt like he needed to honor that to honor her. And so that's where those additional costs come in. And from what we understand, it would have been more, but he hooked up with a local rabbi that's helping him with a lot of different things.
Yeah, a lot of different things.
But one of the things that was crazy that I heard him say was that because Sherry's Jewish, but he's not, if it had just been her, they would have buried her in a Jewish cemetery, and it wouldn't have cost anything. It would have been very cheap.
But he is not allowed to be.
He's not allowed to be buried with her because
her.
he's not Jewish.
And
so in order to be buried with her, she has to be somewhere else.
And so she caught
one.
And so what? And he knows that financially right now, a lot of people can't afford that. He's struggling himself. But he's asking if you guys could go just visit the obituary and leave a comment. Leave some type of, note of, let him know that you were there. Share, if you have a memory with Sherry, share it. That guy run everybody off.
Mm-mm. I hope not.
So, so if y'all could do that, go to the Big Bear Nation and on the Facebook. If you don't do Facebook, let us know and we will try to get you that link. We can send it to you via email, whatever.
So, this week, what do we have going on? Well, last week was crazy because we didn't have.
Well, last week Sherry passed.
Mm-hmm.
We had the election.
Right.
Oh, and as talking with Daryl, I also learned that BC Truck also.
Do we know that for a fact?
We don't know that. He said he heard he passed away. So if anybody knows if that is true, could you let us know?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a lot of interactions with BC Truck. We know him from the Homestead Network days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was somebody else. He said that we've been so far out of touch with everybody ever since the Homestead Network kind of dissipated. It was kind of harder to keep in touch with people, and then we did get a group of people that were kind of our friends that we met through all the conferences and stuff like that. And so that became more of our own network. Mm-hmm. And so those people, became our group, our community. And I think with the exception, with Sherry, it really was. She just wasn't as active. Once she got sick,
mm-hmm.
they couldn't do videos anymore. They couldn't, she couldn't grow her little bit of a garden that she wanted to grow because she couldn't keep up with it. And so she kind of fell off, and we've had others that, like I think of every once in a while is Woody. I imagine he's probably passed at this point. Haven't heard hide nor hair from him in a while. So, it's that whole circle of life, right? There's going to be people that we come into contact with that stay around for a while and some that don't. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah. So anyway.
And so then we had the election. And we did our election.
That was crazy.
Live stream.
Y'all stayed up till like 3
like
in the
3
morning.
o'clock in the morning. It was like a 6 or 7 hour live stream. We had a really good time with it. A lot of y'all hung in there a lot longer than I expected y'all to.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing that I really appreciated was it was really neat that between the two of you guys were monitoring everything, and Patrick had 2 monitors up, so he was able to kind of keep an eye on things and be able to monitor different states and the different counties and who was reporting and who wasn't. So I thought it was really neat that there was a lot of information. I actually had somebody reach out to me and tell me that they were appreciative for the what we did because otherwise they wouldn't have stuck around to really pay attention to the live stream or to the election because they just didn't have as much interest in it. So
And so we had a really good time with that live stream. The election went how we were hoping it would go.
Yeah.
And so we're very excited about how things turned out. We're excited because if you're in this lifestyle and you've been listening to us for any period of time,
over here.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on, I might have to do it. Lagatha chill.
Oops, that was not the right button.
If you need me to do that, I can do that.
No, I wanna figure out how to do it myself. There we go. That right? Nope, it still comes over all the way over here.
Hey, Don, what's up?
Hey, Don. Yeah. Trying to. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. I can't do it. It won't let me do it here. Robert F. Kennedy is talking a very big game. Talking very big about everything that every last one of us has been saying.
So scary.
And so I'm excited about that.
Yes.
So then after that, we had, let's see, what else happened last week?
I don't know.
We had a lot happen. Oh. Our new car, or new to us.
New to us. We've had for about 6 months.
May have blown a head gasket. We're not 100% sure. We're waiting on a mechanic to, what was that one?
Humph Haven.
Hey, Humph Haven. To see, because it's not acting like a normal head gasket when it blows acts to me. So I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that it's not. But you never know. It might be. But we got some more work done on the milking barn. We pretty much got the stall all.
Have no fear. I are here. Hey guys. Hey Kim.
Hey Kim.
What is up?
Kim. 27 months she's been a member.
Yep.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Krista.
Yep. I think Niana's been one for a long time too.
No, her thing didn't come
Who?
up. Niana's. It doesn't.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, we love our members. And so we had that go down. And then it pushes it out of the screen. It's not. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, what did you just do?
I'm just looking.
You're totally distracting me. Right?
Well, don't pay attention to me.
Well,
just
you're
look at
so
the camera.
beautiful. I have to pay attention to you. I wonder if it's because you're not signed into the chat. I wonder what that's going to do. So anyway, but can I take a second and brag? Can I just take a second and brag?
What are you gonna brag about?
I'm bragging about you.
Why are you bragging about me? What did I do?
Because we have a table. Remember how we've been saying that it is they've been calling for us to have a warmer than normal winter.
Yes.
And wetter.
And what? No, drier.
Well, it's been wetter. So
right.
they've been wrong on that part.
Right. But it has been warmer
because
it is almost November 15th.
Stinkingly warm.
And it was almost 80 degrees again today.
Yes. And we have 2 fold-out tables out in the front yard. How many? Okay, go ahead and tell them. How many cabbage plants do you have?
What did I tell you? 61?
I thought you said 63.
60 something. 65, 67, something like that. It's a lot.
We're going to be farting for days.
Like, I'm thinking, and the thing is these aren't those little cabbages that are like, the ones you get in the store. They're the Dutch flathead ones.
Uh-huh.
So they get like really wide,
That's kind of racist.
Really wide and like really thick. So like they're perfect. The reason we get that is because they're perfect for sauerkraut. Like when you cut them, you get the nice long strips.
Yeah.
And Yes. Did y'all hear that Joel Salatin might be joining the administration? What we heard straight off of his blog, if you go to his blog, it's like the Lunatic Farmer blog. He announced that he's been contacted by the Trump transition team to be an advisor to the Secretary of Agriculture. So hopefully, you know.
Now look, in all honesty, I think this has opportunities for all of us written all over it. Between Salatin and RFK, we could see a potential increase in sales, in the opportunity to be able to sell, the opportunity for what's the word for it? For some homesteaders that are local to each other to be able to merge together and become a co-op, I guess is the right word, and then be able to sell to the grocery stores.
I do feel like there's going to be some deregulation. I think like there's going to be some steps to be like, look, you know, realistically speaking, you don't have to have a concrete or blacktop driveway
to sell eggs.
Like some of these things are ridiculous.
I hope
they're not, you know, they're just oversight. Like they're not conducive to what we're trying to do, which is to make healthy food more available to people.
I would like to, in all honesty, I'd like to see the milkman come back. I know that's
Mimsy.
I know that's kind of far fetched, but I really want to meet my daddy.
Not Stetson Bennett.
Not Stetson Bennett.
Not Stetson Bennett.
Throw me the ball, Dad. Shoom, he throws it to my sister. But I would really like to see a lot of this. There are more laws. There are more restrictions when it comes to selling raw milk than there is with some illegal drugs.
But it's crazy.
And they will come after you for some raw milk.
It's nuts because you can go right across, like, it's literally 10 minutes to cross the border into South Carolina for us. Okay? South Carolina can sell raw milk. Georgia cannot. But if somebody from Georgia wants raw milk and they drive 10 minutes to South Carolina and bring it back, it's a federal offense.
Yep. Yeah. And naturally, Nancy is right. She feels like with Salatin on the board that people like us will be truly represented.
Oh, absolutely. Because most of us are taking pages out of his playbook. So the idea that 1,000 birds, like, I don't know if that's federal or if that's statewide, that right now we're allowed, but I think a lot of states are allowed to do it too, is that we're allowed to process up to 1,000 birds on our property. And I think that if that's not, you know, it should be everywhere. And maybe that number should go up.
Yeah. I think this is a great opportunity. I mean, I think this has the potential, has a great opportunity for a double great opportunity for people, or for myself, because of the homesteading aspect. And by the time that they get into office and be able to start to move things around, I will already be a licensed personal trainer. And so I think we're going to see the aspect switching more towards healthy living, healthy eating. And then, you know, if somebody, I don't know who.
Yellow Rose, hello.
I really don't know who, but there's I mean, I know there's somebody out there that's studying about dirt and studying about soil. And if they would just get it done and they could start putting out their information and probably would be able to really help benefit him or her. Him or her. We're not gonna point fingers, Donald. That they, I think that's going to be a door that's going to get kicked open like no other.
Hey, Patty.
And so the opportunities are just out there.
Yeah.
People like Sid and Tori right now with their with the way that they're doing chickens down there in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something, the way that they're doing it may catch on, and everybody may be able to do that. So.
Are you talking about where they can break them up? And
Where they're breaking them up and
selling them by parts.
Selling them by parts.
Uh-huh.
There's regulations for us. We're not allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to sell the whole bird.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to break birds up like that, really,
and not have to be inspected for it. Yeah.
And not have to have $100,000 building or driveway to be able to do this. I do hope they keep some of the regulations, like where they can come around and go when you can go to a farmer's market or a flea market and you want to sell your meat, but you still have to have. That didn't sound right.
Just keep rolling with it, baby. Keep going.
You gotta have temperature regulations. You've got to have your freezers and stuff.
But see, that's for food safety.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different.
But I do hope they loosen that stuff where you don't have a $50,000 trailer to be able to do it either. That if you have an enclosed trailer and you put freezers in there and you have a generator on the front, you should be okay.
So that's something we haven't looked into. So Patty said we still can't buy raw milk in Oregon unless we buy a cow share. And they're starting to attack that now too. We've never really explored into the legality of that.
Here in Georgia.
Well,
Georgia's starting to loosen up a little bit because we went from having no raw milk sales
to having pet consumption
to having it have to be dyed.
Yeah.
Remember?
Gray.
Gray.
Yeah.
It was either blue or gray.
Had to be dyed gray. It was awful.
Yeah. To now, you just have to spend $80 to get a roll of stickers, and then another $100 for the license, and you have to put this sticker on the container that it's in, and then you can sell it.
Well, that's cool. Donald said, according to a quick Google check in Pennsylvania, if you sell only in your state, the chicken limit goes from 1,000 to 2,000 without being inspected. That's cool. I don't think we have that.
See, that's just another reason for us to move to Pennsylvania.
It's too cold.
Just saying.
It's too cold. Too cold.
Although,
right now, with what my personal summers that I've been going through, cold is not so bad.
We could move right next to Crystal and Donald. They would have a foot of snow on their place. You would step outside and we would look like a tropical island.
Mm-hmm. I know. And that's what's crazy about this whole thing is it's not just I feel it. Poor Jason is having to deal with it too, because I'll go to bed and he's like, get off of me, you're too hot. Yeah, it was 80 here today too. It was crazy. I got a little bit of sun. I got some sunburn today because we were out. We had friends come over and drop off some firewood, which to me, that is crazy. They moved their firewood with them. Twice. That stuff that we had, they moved it 2 times before it got to us. And I'm thinking, wait, you moved your firewood with you.
Look, they heated with wood for 40 years.
I know you were trying to do the math.
I was trying to do the math. How long have they been married for 40 years?
Yeah, because she said while we were sitting there, because I was listening to her talk, she said when they first okay, so this is the first part that's going to make you feel old, because she said in the 80s when they built their first house, That's 40 years ago now.
Wow.
So, but I think even if they're 65, that would have put them at 25. I mean,
Yeah.
but they don't look it. They look like they're in their late 50s,
That's what I'm
early
saying.
60s.
I was thinking that Donald was right there. Not
No,
Donald.
he's a little bit old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donald.
I got too many Donalds.
Yeah.
You're just Pooper now. You're Uncle Poop. You know, what's she call him? Uncle Poop?
No. Oh, yeah.
Uncle Poop.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But not Uncle Poop, Donald.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was much older, like maybe 52, 53.
Oh no, I knew he was older. I knew he was a little bit older than that, but it's a testament to healthy living. When you live a healthy life and an active life, I mean, they're in their 60s, definitely, and they were up in North Carolina helping move debris out of the roads. Like, they were pulling, like, cutting down trees and pulling trees out of the road. So, you know. So Kim said Knoxville's been hot too. Niana said it was 65. Of course, Deanna said, or you can always plan to come to Kentucky in the next few years. Just saying.
Does Kentucky get snow?
Feels like weather is just going to get hotter. Yeah. Finally got rain Sunday. We did too, and we've been having rain almost every day, it feels like. If you get enough homesteaders together, we can make our own town and do our own town laws. Yeah, Neana's in Kentucky. Mimsy says it's okay, Jason, you're still younger than me.
You know, 30 did not bother me. 40 did not bother me. 45 did not bother me. I might have a tough time this year. I think 50 may bother me a little bit. At least it was weighing on me a little bit. But I don't know. You know, a lot of things have changed here. A lot of things have. And I think my little rough patch that I was having, it was right after Carol left. You know? And it was like, now it's like we got a year and a half left and Dessa's going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be off to college. And it's like, we literally started going, okay, what do we want this place to look like in
2 years.
2 years?
Well, and we were sitting here talking because, you know, we're always poo-pooing about this house.
Yeah,
We did not buy this property for the house. And so we've had to make do with this house and the convoluted way that it is designed and falling apart, you know, for the last 11 years. However, when Blaze left, it was awesome because we were able to split the girls up because they were definitely getting at the ages where it was nice for them to have their own space. And so, you know, it was nice to have that. Now that Carol is gone, we now have an office in the house instead of having to climb down. If you've ever been to our house, you have to climb down those awful stairs and go up into the little shed that we have and then climb back up the stair. You know, there's no toilet out there, so if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to leave, go up the stairs, go in the house. We don't have that anymore.
Or you just pee outside.
And so now we were sitting and talking, and I said, you know, when LaDessa leaves, we're going to have a whole nother room to do something with. Like, that's exciting to me. Jason's like, we still have to have a guest bedroom. I said, yeah, that's a daybed with a trundle underneath it. That's all that is. So,
Girls still come home on Christmas break. There's our hero, Luke.
Mimsy, she said she's going to be 55 on Thanksgiving. Any day above the earth is a good, or above the dirt's a good day.
That's
Yes,
true.
Definitely. Luke is our hero. He has definitely helped us out over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, he's
Good guy.
helped us twice.
Guest bedroom for Donald and I? Sure.
Come on,
down.
please. We've been begging y'all to come down for years.
guest bedroom is a tent outside. No, we definitely, that is one thing, because we were talking, is like, we like the idea that we will be able to, even if the kids aren't coming to stay, like if we have friends that want to come, they can,
How awesome would it be to have a joint live stream and have Copple Kettle Farms and the Pooh Guru?
There it is.
That's gonna stick. The Pooh Guru.
You could have said anything besides that's gonna stick. Like, and you know how I am about
Yeah.
sticky poo guru. That's like Jason. That's like Jason's been going around when it was October. He was telling Lindessa that whenever he had to go to the bathroom, it was a spooky dookie. Like, he was like, I'm gonna have a spooky dookie.
In October, it's a spooky dookie. In November, it's a thankful dookie.
Donald, I hate this life. I'm sorry, your icon is a turd. Like,
November, it's a thankful dookie. December, it's a joyful dookie. January, it's a new dookie.
it's a new dookie.
February is the love dookie. And Dessa, today, because Dessa and I were going through this, she's like, what about this month? She's like, what about March? And I'm like, well, that's St. Patrick's Day. That's a drunk dookie. And then, of course, for April showers, April's was a wet dookie.
Yuck. Yeah.
And then she's like, what about May? I said, that's just a dookie. May and June are just dookies. But yeah, it
it's
comes
a mama
July.
dookie and a papa dookie.
Mama, there you go. There you go. That's awesome. And then July.
Or May could be a memorable dookie because you got Memorial Day in May too.
Okay,
so.
now you went too far. Way to make it weird.
A thoughtful dookie. There you go.
And
A
then
pensive poopy.
it was like I was gonna say July was gonna be an independent poopy. Independent
dookie.
And then August and September were just hot dookies.
Yeah, Jason, that's what made it weird. June is a summer dookie. March is a bear dookie for your birthday. There you go.
At least I'm not the poo guru.
Oh my goodness. Fireworks dookie. Yes. Explosive dookie.
Then you know May will be the Cinco de Mayo dookie.
Freedom dookie. Anyway, so let's stop talking about poop.
Okay, so our live stream just took a very weird turn right there. And but anyway, back to this table of yours before we got on the poo guru and the dookies.
You have like 60. Husband asked if y'all smoked some taffy tobacco because he can hear. And 82. Laughing taffy.
I've had some M80 dookies.
Anyway, so what we were talking about is that because of the weather being warmer than normal and drier than normal. He's like, for all those that don't know, I work at a wastewater plant. So, no, is that really why it is?
Are you sure? Really?
So we have these two.
You just don't have a fetish about poop?
We have these two tables. That's gross. Turd herder. That's my favorite one. Is turd herder. We have two tables that are Full. They're full. I'm trying. I'm really trying here. It is now. So we have like over 60 cabbage plants.
Your Brussels sprouts are looking amazing.
Bonnie plants.
Bonnie
plants would be jealous. I'm just saying, like, they're good looking Brussels sprouts, and those are seed.
Wow. That was the first time in 20 years I've ever seen you be arrogant.
No, I'm just saying they would be
besides
proud
when you were
because
talking about how sexy I am.
I just they look really healthy. And their seed that we got from Baker Creek, it's the Groninger Brussels sprouts, and so
they're already like that tall in the cup.
Yeah, the leaves are like,
yeah.
They're massive, and it's funny because you can tell. We always used to call them lettuce brains or baby cabbages, and the Brussels sprout plants and the cabbage plants look almost identical. So I've been very...
Well, the Brussels are taller.
Yeah, but the leaves, shapes and stuff look almost exactly the same. Yeah, Copper Kettle loves the Brussels sprouts. We do too. Baker Creek been better lately. So...
It's hard to say. They've always been halfway.
They've been better than they were after 2020.
There you go. That's how you say it.
But they are still, in my opinion, they are still not
what they used to be.
Pre-2020. And that could be because they do outsource some of their seed. So that could be where they're getting it from. I've bought, and the thing is that, you can't find all your seeds from one place if you're wanting certain varieties.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be some things that you can't. That's what I tell people about Baker Creek, is that their availability on some more exotic stuff, like, that's where you can definitely find more availability there. We also, use My Gardener for some of our stuff.
His germination rate is...
But I have to brag a little. I bought seed from our local Feed and Seed. And they use Athens Seed Company. And we bought turnip seed from them, collards and whatever. The turnips are going crazy out there. Like, when I tell you, I have just strips of seed. Like, 'cause with...
Go ahead, finish that, because I don't remember what the other thing was that we did this week.
With the seed, I just drizzle a whole line of them, and then I'll come back in and thin them out. And those whole things they're full of seed, right? Of seedlings right now. So, go ahead. What did you have to say?
Well, when you went like this, it made me remember. We did something different. Y'all have heard of zoodles, right? Where you take zucchini and make the zucchini noodles. Well, we've got eggplant just coming out of our ears.
They're everywhere. I only planted maybe 5 or 6 plants. But the variety that we're planting is called Little Fingers, and we do get those from Baker Creek.
Now the eggplants are what, that long?
They can get about 4 to 6 inches long, or 8 inches long, something like that. But they only get maybe bigger than a quarter, but not quite the size of a $50. They don't get very big. But there's a reason for that. Or the reason we chose that is because we only liked eating eggplant which way?
Chips.
Yeah, dehydrated. And so
we tried eggplant
Parmesan.
What? No, you're right.
Not a favorite.
But I tell you what is my absolute new favorite, and I ate the proverbial dookie out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Robin took the eggplants and cut them long ways and made like eggplant noodles like you would the zoodles.
If you've ever heard the term julienne, that's how I did them. I julienned the eggplant.
Y'all just need to come on down. And we did it and made spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing about it was it took a bowl of spaghetti, which would have normally been around,
I don't remember, a lot of calories.
700-800 calories.
Yeah.
And dropped it to below 500 calories because there's barely any calories in eggplant.
Yeah.
And
I think I looked up, a cup of cubed eggplant. What? Baker Creek, yeah.
I did not know that. We
Yeah.
went to Baker Creek.
Back in 2019, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Man, I should have known that.
We-
We would have met up with you.
we julienne them and then tossed them in the sauce, and it was really good.
It was phenomenal.
Oh, I know. I was saying, I think I looked up, because we're doing just counting calories right now, just focusing on that. And I think I said a cup of cubed eggplant. If you cut up cubed eggplant and did a cup of it, it was like 20, what did I say, 20 calories?
So-
I think it was ridiculously
It was
low.
ridiculously low.
So what did you season the eggplant chips with? Okay, so I've learned something. And I could be a mean content creator and say I'll make a video about it, but I'm going to tell y'all because y'all are here giving up your Monday night. But we used to coat them in olive oil and then toss whatever seasoning you wanted, whether it's seasoned salt, garlic salt, whatever. But I ran out of olive oil, and if you have gone recently to Price Olive Oil, you will see.
I wear aprons.
You will see that olive oil has almost doubled in price this year.
Oh,
And so I did not have olive oil to coat it in. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not even going to put oil on them. I have so much eggplant that if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It goes to the pigs, no big deal. So I literally cut the pieces up, put them in a bowl, sprinkled some, what did I put on them? Tony Chachere's this time. And took it had a big bowl, and we kind of tossed it around. And what happens if you ever cooked eggplant before, whenever you put any kind of like salt or anything like that, it will pull the moisture out of the eggplant because they're very moist. Yeah. And so when I tossed that, after a few minutes, all of that water helped coat all of the eggplant and made the seasoning stick to the eggplant. So then I put them on the dehydrator, and 24 hours later, they have come out crispier than the ones that I did in olive oil. The ones that I did in olive oil actually almost get a little chewy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like them chewy.
Yeah, I didn't like them that way.
But Ladessa, bring me the eggplant chips, the recent ones. And they're crisp. They're like a chip. They're more like the consistency of a potato chip. Montreal seasoning. Yeah, I bet that would be good. Another one is we have some lemon pepper that we got from Sam's that I want to try.
I love lemon pepper.
And we also have a seasoning.
Especially on chicken. I
called-
love lemon pepper chicken, boy.
We also have a seasoning called Hatch Chili seasoning that came from Sam's, and that's one that I'm thinking about trying too. But either way, they are.
I'll trade you.
Fantastic.
My dish scrubby.
Oh, I haven't shown
Well, we're
it
not
yet.
supposed to show that anyway until we do it with our members first.
I already. Well, okay. Old Bay, that would be good. Yeah, Old Bay would be really good. But see how crunchy they are? Like, they're actually crunchy.
Well, you say everything I eat is.
Yeah, you're pretty loud. But they definitely are crunchy compared to the ones that...
Old Bay. Is that the one with the crab on it?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I like that seasoning too.
Yeah. So...
That would be good.
But anyway, Jason was really excited about the eggplant noodles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try something new tomorrow because we have eggplant noodles on the menu this week again. But I'm going to try something.
Is that we're going to do like the garlic and butter noodle kind of thing?
Yes. Loud chewer gang. Yep. He's really loud at chewing. But speaking... How was I going to segue? Yeah, that's the Maryland stuff. I use it in everything. You know...
we can't get that down here.
You can.
You can?
It comes in a rectangular tin. It's funny because I grew up on Chesapeake Bay seasoning. We put it on shrimp, we put it on crab, we put it on everything.
So
Potatoes.
I Wear Aprons is visiting. Now she's another long time viewer.
She's been around since, yeah.
She's also a butcher.
Not anymore.
That's what I was going to ask.
Not anymore. I'm pretty sure
I think
she
I remember
told
that
us.
now.
Pretty sure she told
They're
us
not.
she's not doing it
They're
anymore.
doing it. They made some of, and they sent it to us. They made some of the best lemon and bologna I have ever had in my entire life.
Didn't she sent us some...
Oh, she sent us a big gift thing. It had
Pennsylvania Love package, I think
Yeah.
is what she called it.
It
But
had some tasty cakes in there, some Pennsylvania Dutch birch beer, the lemon and bologna,
Scrapple,
scrapple. Oh, that scrapple was so good.
some sausage or something. Turkey, not turkey, beef sticks or something. I don't remember. It was a lot of stuff.
It was a lot of stuff. It was a long time ago. But the
Butchering for another business.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
cool.
But yeah, the
I would love to get that lemon and bologna recipe though, and I wish you made videos and you made a video on how to make that because I've been dabbling in that, playing around trying to make my own lunch meats and stuff, and I try to make my own ham, and I made a video about it because I was following the recipe from Duncan 1900. He's out of Canada, not Duncan.
Not
No,
Duncan.
Henry
Duncan, yes.
Henry. Anyway, he's out of Canada. I don't remember his channel name. His name was Henry. And I butchered it. It did not come out looking anything. Oh.
Hubby lost his left leg in an accident. So back to work for me.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that.
But anyway, you tried your hand at making your own lunch meat, and
I'm trying to make my own sausages, and the problem that I'm running into when we make the sausages, I don't think I'm putting enough fat in there because they're coming out so dry.
Yeah.
And so that's a big hiccup for me right now. To the point where we're going to change pig breeds, and I may even get back to having American guinea hogs just so I got
we have the fat.
enough fat to try to do that because I want to make summer sausages. I want to make bologna. I want to make lemon and bologna. I want to make all that.
Need to add beef tallow. Well, we have that.
Really?
We have beef tallow, so we could try.
I got a lot of beef tallow. Okay. Now, when I'm adding the beef tallow, do I just like cube it up and throw it in the grinder with the pork at the same time, like I would
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Stacy's having surgery tomorrow, so he's getting ready to.
Please tell Stacy that she's going to be in our thoughts and prayers tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And please, 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 if you remember, either put it in that group chat or text us or something. Let us know when she's out and that she's okay.
Yes, please.
And let her know that we love her and that we're going to be thinking about her. Please.
Thanks, Chris, for coming
yes. by. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try to make a batch. Maybe not this weekend because if the weather's okay, we are going to go ahead and break down 3 pigs, and then maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'm gonna give it, give that a go. I was wondering, didn't I say something about beef tallow? Trying beef tallow in it?
Maybe. I know you said something about adding more fat. I just can't remember. It's funny because you're talking about getting AGH for the lard for your sausage. I want it for soap. However, I'm starting to see that there's a clientele out there that you don't realize that it's part of your own clientele, is that when you're making soaps, there are people that want
Good night, buddy.
that want them to be no animal fats. So lard would definitely disqualify that. So I don't know if any of y'all make soap or buy soap that, you specifically don't want animal products in it. I found that interesting. I wasn't aware of that. My neighbor and I got half a cow day before yesterday. Ton of tallow. Yep.
Now that's another question. Should I render the tallow or just cut it up and put it in there?
No, probably just gonna cut it up and put it in there.
That's what I think too, but
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Because
she's
the tallow
the
is gonna,
expert.
if you render it, it's gonna be.
It's gonna take a lot of the stuff. Yeah.
Right, it'll be liquefied. It won't be. I think so far the best sausage that I've had with dry aged lamb, salami, just a little bit spicy, but not too bad.
Salami. That was the other one I was looking
Yeah.
for that I want to make.
Mm-hmm. Isn't salami fermented though? Is that the one that's fermented?
I think so.
Speaking of cut it and grind it. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Cut it up and grind it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Get them cracklings.
I am stupid excited right now.
I bet you are. I bet.
Because now what's really the difference between sausage and bratwurst? Just the seasoning?
I think it's what part of the meat you use.
Really?
Just like every time. This is where Jason's TBI really comes in. I absolutely love eating Braunschweiger. And I enjoy it so much that when I'm eating it, Jason will be like, "Oh, let me have some of that. It looks good." And I'll remind him that he does not like it. And be like, no,
I've never had it before.
Yeah, I've never had it before. And I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, whatever. And so he'll take a bite of it and be like, "I don't like this." And I'm like, "I know you don't like this, but you won't listen to me." But now, because I enjoy it so much, you're like, it's got to be good.
Now that's made from liver, the ground up liver of the...
It's made, pig. I've heard people, you know how much I hate the idea of, I can't even say
haggis?
it without, but all the stuff that you shove
in a haggis?
Everything that you put in there is essentially what they grind up and make Braunschweiger with. And so everybody always laughs at me and is like, seriously?
So that's basically all the organs because they're shoving all the organs inside the stomachs and boiling it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I'm going to be sick.
Can you eat a pig's stomach?
You can eat a beef stomach, so... According to my vast experience and knowledge, brats are sausage, but usually in animal casings where sausage can be in synthetic. Salami is a different process. It has to be dried. Awful meats, yeah. It has to be yeah, it's gross. It's the liver and stuff. Good old head cheese. I'm literally fighting back puking right now, y'all.
And you like the head cheese when we made it.
Organ meat is good for you. I know that. And I absolutely love Braunschweiger. Like, I will kill somebody for some good Braunschweiger. Like, it is one of those things, we don't keep it in the house very often, but because we go to Aldi always has it. And so every once in a while, I will grab some. And it's funny because Carol does not like it and Jason does not like it, but Ledessa likes it. So whenever I make it, or bring it in the house, it disappears because Ledessa will sneak sandwiches left and right too. Vast experience are you talking about other than you can consume hot dogs like they're going out of style? Mind your dang business.
Okay, so...
Oh, I love beef tongue. I think beef tongue is good if it's prepared properly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Do y'all know a good way to prepare beef liver?
Yeah.
Because, and this might be a good question for I Wear Aprons, could you grind it up like you do for... Because the process is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I Wear Aprons, to make like hot dogs or that Braunschweiger or whatever, you would grind it up real fine, and then you put it in what he referred to as like it spins kind of like this, but you can also use your food processor to really get the protein extraction, and it makes it very sticky. Emulsify. Yeah, I don't know, emulsifies
it.
But it kind of makes it like a paste. And then you can shove it in the casings for the hot dogs. Because I was thinking about trying my hand at the old hot dogs.
Yeah. I'm with you, Crystal. I can only consume liver in a broth or like freeze them in tiny pills and what. Yeah. I can't. Like, there is a funny video of us.
What? Hold on. Freeze them in tiny pills? Because the liver will do me fantastic for...
Brian Fine pack in a casing.
My bodybuilding and everything.
The protein's super high.
I can't eat it. I'm
The flavor's
struggling.
awful.
It's like them and sardines. They are both just great for high in protein, but they both taste like crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just did venison hot dogs. I bet that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So you don't put them in the food processor for the hot dogs?
I'll take some darn hot dogs. We're starting to get me hungry. Dehydrate and powder. Put it in capsules and swallow. You can cut them into tiny little swallow sizes and freeze them in the freezer. You can swallow it like a pill. I keep them in a container in the freezer. Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Now, will it lose any of its protein? Because see, I showed you that supplement where it was the because Chris turned it on to me. It was the beef liver, beefliver.com or whatever. But it takes a lot of the different organs, and I guess it grinds them up, dehydrates them, puts them in the powder, and then puts them in the capsule.
Now, what I would say from my experience with dehydrating, I would say that if you are dehydrating beef liver, that when you take the water out, it's going to concentrate that protein. So,
Is that why black soldier flies protein level goes up?
The larva, when you do the black soldier fly larva, when they're dehydrated versus when they're alive, the protein goes up because you're extracting all of the moisture out of them, so it's essentially concentrating
She triple grinds. Okay.
And so I would imagine if you, I'm kind of like looking at you sideways because when you asked if freezing them would take any of the stuff out, I'm thinking they're already frozen, so why wouldn't it?
That's true too.
But freezing liver does not significantly reduce the protein content, no. However, I do think that if you're measuring it out in grams, the weight out in grams, I imagine that the protein content goes up because it's less water and more you know what I'm saying? So it's probably more concentrated. So
I think we should probably pull one, and maybe if it rains this weekend, maybe that'll be our indoor project. We'll pull one out, let it thaw.
So that's one of the problems I'm having right now is like this. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Mm-hmm.
What is the humidity outside right now? 84%. It is so humid.
Ever tried liver?
Mush. Basically just liver and cornmeal. And some seasonings. Bake into like a loaf. Not my favorite thing to eat, but not terrible. I've not made it, only eaten it. That sounds almost like Scrapple.
Hush your mouth.
What? Scrapple's got cornmeal in it.
But it's not a liver.
No.
And if
it's
it does
still
have
like
liver in
mush.
it, I wear aprons, don't tell me.
Because that's what you do with that is you Siri had some flippin' dude. Yeah, so like one of the things you're talking about dehydrating
I'm
it.
trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Oh, shut up. Stop being so dang nosy.
And that is why we're on a watch list.
Liver mush is like Scrapple. See? I was right.
So Scrapple has liver in it?
I don't know that it has liver in it, but
I thought it was just like a whole bunch of ground up pork.
it could be. Yeah, I don't know. Only way I can eat liver is sliced paper thin, fried crisp in butter. I don't know. Still. I mean, I tried soaking it in buttermilk. Yeah, Scrapple has liver in it. There you go.
My whole childhood was a lie.
But
Just a lie.
yeah, so anyway.
I know nothing. Everything I've been told is a lie.
Anyway, so all right.
Baby boom parents suck.
We have a winery down the road that makes Scrapple wine. I think it's just the spices, but it's really good. I bet it's good. But yeah, the whole liver thing, like we did a video on it back in 2020 when we were trying to do everything before all heck broke loose. And we had liver and we tried it, and if you haven't seen that video, go back and look. It's really funny because LaDessa thought we were having something else. I don't remember what it was. And then like she takes a bite of it and she's like, oh, this is good. And then you watch her face. The flavor, the after flavor hits her and she's like, what? That is why it's called Scrapple. Scrapple.
Are there other organs in it?
I love Scrapple. Last time I made it to my kids, almost getting a fist fight over it. Wow, that's crazy.
Because see, I'm very interested because the more I dive in and learning more and more about nutrition, the more value, like we've got our cows, we've got the heart. We've started keeping the heart.
Yep.
And so I'm wondering, pig heart, the kidneys, what exactly, I mean, I know there are people have eaten them before, but like with the liver, I know you gotta
want to know.
you gotta take the was it the gallbladder off the liver, or what's the green thing on the liver that we have to take off?
No, it's the gallbladder. You have to take the.
On the liver.
It is the liver. It's like
Yeah.
liver, heart, kidney, scrap,
Pork.
and pork. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the kidneys and the liver, mountain oysters.
Those are testicles.
The liver, you have to get the gallbladder off, and can be. I know in the chickens, it can be kind of tricky.
You ain't worrying about chicken. Okay, so I want to try and make my own Scrapple this year with these 3 pigs that we're gonna do. So I got to keep the liver, the heart, the kidneys, and then like when you say scrap pork, you don't like the same stuff
that you would throw off
for sausage.
Yeah, I would assume so. But
this is gonna be very interesting.
not at all, not one bit. But you're gonna eat cornmeal, right?
Yep.
What's up? Skipper?
Happy Veterans Day to you too, paratrooper.
And also Donald. Donald's in here.
Yeah. We already covered that with Donald earlier.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all.
And if he missed it, I'm sorry, Donald.
My bedtime is
Happy Veterans Day, Donald.
fastly approaching. Just kidding.
But anyway, Ira Abrams, I'm so glad you came in here tonight. I hope you come back next Monday so we can talk some more.
Boiled bones for me.
For the Scrapple? I would love for her to come down when we were processing one time.
I imagine she's a beast.
As in knowledge.
Yeah, I imagine she's a beast. Liam's 9th birthday. Wow.
I just got older.
He was a baby last time we saw him.
Yeah.
9. That's crazy. So that'll tell you how long we've known Palmetto. Paratrooper. We've known him since, I think she was pregnant with him.
I think we've been through 2 pregnancies with them.
Yes. Liam and then the little, baby girl?
Baby girl.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. But the last time we saw them, I've never tried Scrabble, don't plan on it. Mainly because my father-in-law loves it and his taste in food is terrible.
If you can hook up with I Wear Aprons and get her Scrapple,
It was really good.
it was really good. Robin was not a fan of eating it, and then she tried it.
Good night, Patty. Oh, she's 3. Wow. We just found a place that sells old-fashioned love like he loves. Huh. I was like, I remember growing up as a kid. Oh, 4. Whoops. I remember growing up as a kid. Did you ever eat olive loaf?
No, but see, I'm the guy who I like fruitcake. You know, I'm very sad that tradition has kind of stopped going around. I don't want to know
never ate it.
what was in that fruitcake. I don't want to know because it was like this yellow gelatin
I
thing with.
I bet Mimsy would have a really good recipe for
With
like
all the fruit?
actual fruit cake. Like I bet she has a really good. Yeah, I gotta get Mom set for the night. All right,
Yeah.
it's about time for us to get off anyway. Love pickle loaf. Mackenzie is 3, but I meant 4 pregnancies.
We've been through 4 pregnancies with John.
We haven't met Peter. You haven't. I don't think we met Peter. I think she was pregnant with Peter when we. Because the last time we saw them was when they had the car accident.
Yeah.
But I think Mackenzie was the baby when. Yeah, I think fruitcake. My family passed around at Christmas was the same fruitcake for 20 years. I've heard of people saying that. I think olive loaf is similar to old fashioned. Pineapple, yeah, the yellow in it is pineapple.
Yeah.
I knew that, yeah. But I bet, Mimsy, I bet you have, knowing what I know about you, I bet you have. Only season I use is salt and butcher paper.
Butcher
That's
pepper.
cool. Pepper, sorry, not paper. Like I said, it's getting close to my bedtime, so. He was 1 when we moved, yeah. So Peter was the baby then. So the Mackenzie
I wasn't going to correct you because I was not very confident.
Huh.
But.
So we have been through, holy cow. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're a slacker. I mean, they went in a short time, they had 4 babies, and you stopped at 2.
I did.
Call yourself a woman.
I know.
It's probably the smartest thing that you've done since we were married.
Stopped at 2. Done.
But-
I did say something to him about. It's like, you do know what causes that, right?
Yellow skirts.
Yes. So, all right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and start our evening going for. Nope, I hate fruitcake. Oh, okay. Fair enough. We're gonna go ahead and call it an evening because we've got to get to bed here pretty soon.
I gotta go take my cold water therapy bath. Still doing it. Still love it. Still can't live without it. Does great things. I think I might have stayed in a little bit too long last night.
Okay, Declan is the one I was thinking of. I remember, okay, so Skylar, Natasha, and then Natasha, Liam, then Declan, Mackenzie, and Peter. And I'm not done either. Oh my gosh. Hopefully we'll have that hot sauce coming here soon. We'll be able to help y'all out. So, all right, good night, y'all.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for doing all that you do. Be on the lookout for another video this week.
Hopefully.
Right.
We just published, that was one thing I wanted to say when we got off track. We did publish a video on how to save eggplant seeds. If you haven't seen that one, go over to our channel and go check that out.
It's been raining. The video about what saved our front yard and our house is on the way.
Just gotta film it, and we're waiting for the weather to be good.
Waiting for the weather to break. So y'all have a great night. We'll see you guys back here next week.
Monday. Yeah.
And till then, be on the lookout for a video, and y'all start chatting it up in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thanks for coming by.
Good night, y'all.
Oh yeah, I know this is what y'all are sticking around for, the whole whisper time while we stand here and we look at the old red, white, and blue. What a great day to be alive. It was great to see all of you in there, especially the old poo guru. It was nice seeing him in there tonight. It was nice seeing I wear aprons in Mimsy's garden. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Kim, Palmetto, Smoking Reptile. Wonderful to see you, old friend. And we will see you guys next time.